welcome once again to CanonBlogger.com. I'm doing a review here of the Gingtu Intervalometer. I use this in conjunction with my 70D, and it's worth mentioning that if you're going to be using an intervalometer, you want to make sure that you have the connection for said intervalometer on your SLR. And I will throw an image up here on the video in just a second here, so you can see this is what it looks like. And you need to have this plug here in order to be able to connect your intervalometer to the camera. It takes a 3.5 millimeter connector, and you can see at the other end of this I have a female connector here, and it's a female connector on the camera, which means you need a male-to-male connector piece as well to tie the two in together. So that said, I'll go ahead and go into a little more details about this particular Gingtu. This Gingtu takes two AAA batteries. I happen to have two envelopes here, so I'll just go ahead and slide these in so we can power it on and go through some of the menu settings inside of here. There we go. So now that it's powered on, there's a couple settings in here that are worth mentioning. Let me wait until the camera refocuses on this. There we go. Okay, so now that I have this set, you notice that you have a couple different options here going across the top. You have the delay, you have how long you'll be shooting for, you have the interval between shots, you have the M, which would be the maximum number of photos you want to take per session. Then you also have the ability to turn the music on or off. So to set these, you would go under any one of those menus, press set, and once that starts flashing, you can then put your settings up and down. So that's 99, I don't want to do that. 1, I don't want to do anything there. I'm going to set this for a 5-second delay before we start. So I'll set 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'll press set, and now my delay is set. Then I move over to how long I'll be shooting for. So say I want to shoot for an hour, I will press set, and then I'll come over here and I'll set this to an hour, and then press set again, and we can hear it beeping there. And then we'll go to the interval, and this will be the interval between each photograph that's taken. So I'll press set again, and maybe I want to set this to 5 seconds between each shot, so I'll press set. And then I want to set the maximum number of photos that I would take per session. So here I would simply press select, and then I will edit the maximum number of photographs. And I can press and hold this and it'll go a lot faster, so I can set this to 20, 30, 50, 500, whatever, however many number of photos you want to take. So there's 50, and I'll press set there, and that will move me over to the music. And when I press set and then I move the down arrow, that will disable the music or enable the music respectively. And I want to disable the music because I think that helps preserve the battery life. So that is pretty much the menu settings inside this particular model of intervalometer. There we go. Sorry about the focus there. A couple other things worth mentioning here. You can lock it, and you can also activate a light. So if you want to get the light going, you can press the light and then lock it into position by sliding it up, and now it's locked. Alright, here's where you would start your timer. And then down below, this is an interesting portion here. What this will do is this will let you control long exposure photography. So you would need to put your camera into bulb mode, and if people are interested, I can do a separate video on that. But essentially what you would do is you would press this down and then slide it up like that, and now you see this counting timer that will show you how long you are exposing for. And this little light up here on the upper right will also be an indicator that you are exposing for a particular photograph. And that essentially is the essence of this Gingtu intervalometer. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time here at CanonBlogger.com.